didn't mean for it to happen.
I shouldn't have taken that alley, but when I saw the body, I knew something was wrong. No blood, no struggle, just a clean cut on his wrist and a secret that wasn't supposed to be found. The body was already cold when I found it. I wasn't supposed to be in that alley. Nobody was. It sat between two abandoned brick buildings on the edge of town, the kind of place where even stray dogs didn't linger. But my car had stalled 2 blocks away, and the shortcut seemed harmless enough at the time. That was my first mistake. The second was stepping closer. He lay face down under a flickering streetlight, one arm twisted beneath him like it didn't belong to his body anymore. There was no blood pooling dramatically around him, no cinematic chaos, just a quiet, deliberate stillness that felt wrong, too clean, too final. I didn't scream, I didn't run. I just stood there, staring, trying to convince myself this wasn't real. Then I saw the mark on his wrist, a thin red line, almost surgical. That's when I called the police. By the time Detective Harris arrived, the alley had transformed into a controlled chaos of flashing lights and hushed voices. I stayed where they told me, sitting on the curb, wrapped in a blanket I didn't remember accepting. "You found him?" Harris asked, crouching in front of me. I nodded. "Name?" "Lena Carter." He studied me for a moment, like he was measuring something unseen. "Walk me through it." So I did. Every step, every hesitation, every detail I could remember, even the ones that didn't seem important, especially those. The victim was identified as Daniel Reeves, a local accountant, 38, no criminal record, no known enemies. "Clean guy," Harris muttered the next day as we stood outside the precinct. "Too clean." I shouldn't have been there again, but I couldn't stay away. Something about that alley, that moment, it had hooked itself into my thoughts like a splinter. "You said there was a mark?" he asked. "On his wrist, like a cut." He nodded. Medical examiner confirmed it. Precise incision, not defensive. So, not a struggle? Doesn't look like it. That didn't make sense. People don't just let themselves get killed quietly in empty alleys, unless they trust the person standing in front of them. I started digging on my own. It wasn't bravery, it was obsession. Daniel's life was painfully ordinary. Work, home, occasional gym visits, no dramatic relationships, no debts, no secrets, at least none on the surface. But patterns don't lie, and something felt off. I visited his office under the pretense of being a client. The receptionist barely looked up when I walked in. "Daniel's desk?" I asked casually. "Back there, but it's been cleared." Of course it had. Still, I found something. A sticky note, half torn, tucked beneath the edge of the desk drawer. Tuesday, 10 p.m., same place. No signature, no explanation, but I knew exactly where. That alley wasn't random. It was a meeting point. When I told Harris, he didn't look surprised. "We found it too," he admitted. "Didn't think much of it yet." "You should," I insisted. "He wasn't attacked. He was meeting someone." Harris sighed. "We're looking into his contacts." Not hard enough. That earned me a sharp look. "You're not a detective, Lena." "No," I said quietly, "but I was there." That seemed to settle something between us. "Fine," he said. "What's your theory?" I hesitated. Someone he trusted, someone precise, maybe medical background. Harris raised an eyebrow. Because of the wrist? It wasn't messy, it was controlled. He didn't argue. We traced Daniel's last calls. Most were routine, clients, co-workers, a few family members, but one number stood out. Unlisted, repeated, late at night. Harris tracked it down. Registered to a woman named Clara Whitmore, a nurse at the local hospital. Clara didn't seem like a killer. She greeted us with a tired smile when we knocked on her apartment door, her scrubs wrinkled and her eyes heavy. "Yes?" she asked. "Clara Whitmore," Harris said. "We'd like to ask you a few questions." She let us in without hesitation. That was the first red flag. "Daniel?" she repeated when asked. "Yes, I knew him." "How well?" Harris asked. Clara shrugged. "We were seeing each other, casually." "Did you meet him Tuesday night?" A pause. Too brief to be denial, too long to be natural. "No," she said. I leaned forward. "He had a note, a meeting, same place." Her eyes flickered. "There's a reason people choose quiet places," she said carefully. "Which is?" I asked. "So they're not seen." Harris stepped in. "Clara, we know about the calls, the timing. You're the last person he contacted." Silence filled the room. Then she sighed. "I met him," she admitted. "Yes, in the alley." My heart thudded. "Why?" Harris asked. She hesitated again. "Because he asked me to." Her story unraveled slowly. Daniel had been sick, not physically, but mentally. Anxiety, panic, obsession. He thought someone was watching him, Clara said, following him. "Was anyone after him?" I asked. She shook her head. "I don't think so, but he believed it." "So why meet in an alley?" Harris pressed. He said it was the only place he felt certain. Certain of what? That whoever was after him wouldn't come there. That didn't make sense. Unless he was testing something, I murmured. Both of them looked at me. "Did he ask you to bring anything?" I asked Clara. She frowned. "No, just to meet him." "Did you touch him?" Her expression tightened. "I checked his pulse," she said quietly. "When?" Harris asked. "When I found him." The room went still. "You found him?" Harris repeated. Clara nodded. "He was already on the ground. I thought he fainted. Then I saw the cut." "And you didn't call it in?" Harris asked sharply. "I panicked," she whispered. "I left." It almost fit. Almost. But something still bothered me. The mark. Too precise. Too deliberate. "Clara," I said slowly, "how deep was the cut?" She blinked. "What?" "The wrist. How deep?" I don't know. Enough." "No," I said, shaking my head. "Not enough." Harris looked at me. "What are you getting at?" I stood up, pacing. If she found him already down, already cut, the bleeding wouldn't match. It would spread differently, slower. Clara stared at me. "So?" Harris asked. "So the cut didn't happen first." The realization hit at once. "The alley wasn't the murder scene," I said. Harris froze. "What?" "He was moved." Clara's face went pale. "No," she whispered. "I saw him there." "After," I said, "not during." Harris was already moving. "Then where?" he asked. I turned to Clara. "Where did you last see him alive?" Her answer came out like a confession. "At his apartment." We found the real scene there. No dramatic blood splatter, just subtle signs. A cleaned surface, a misplaced chair, a faint chemical smell, and one crucial detail. A medical kit. Not Clara's. Harris stared at it. "Someone staged it," he said. "Someone who knew what they were doing," I added. "And someone Daniel trusted enough to let in." We both thought the same thing. Not Clara. Someone else. The final piece came from security footage. A man entering Daniel's building that night. Not a stranger. His coworker, Evan Miles. Quiet, overlooked, invisible. When we brought him in, he didn't resist, didn't deny it either. "He wasn't supposed to die," Evan said flatly. "Then what was supposed to happen?" Harris asked. "I just wanted him to stop," Evan said. "He kept talking, saying someone was watching him." "And?" I asked. Evan looked at me. He was right. Turns out, Evan had been siphoning small amounts of money from client accounts, careful, undetectable, until Daniel noticed. He confronted me. He said he'd go to the police. "So you killed him?" Harris said. Evan shook his head. "I just wanted him to scare him. I had something to sedate him, make him listen. But you miscalculated." His silence said everything. "The cut?" I asked. "To make it look like suicide," he said. "Then I panicked. I moved him." "To the alley," Harris finished. "Yes, quiet place, no witnesses." Justice, in the end, wasn't dramatic. No shouting, no breakdown, just handcuffs clicking into place. A week later, I walked past that alley again. The streetlight still flickered. The silence was still there, but it felt different now. Less like a mystery, more like a warning. Some crimes don't scream, they whisper. And if you're not paying attention,